right, East TN Explorer here at an undisclosed location in this desolate red clay area. I came down here yesterday and I actually did record a little bit of a video, but part of the video didn't come out right, so I decided to redo it. So I came out here yesterday and I did find some nice quartz crystals. A lot of it is milky quartz. A lot of them are broken, but I was able to find a few nice points. Nothing doubly terminated, but we will find out. I don't know what this area is. I guess it was excavated for something. And whether or not they're building anything here, I don't know. I need to come out here with a shovel is what I need. Somehow. Anyway, we'll take a gander, look around. So I want to address something regarding one of my previous videos when I was investigating that old abandoned quarry, which the name of that quarry was Rockway Quarry in Kingsport, Tennessee. A lot of people were concerned that I stumbled upon some strangeness in that area because of all the skeletal remains of the animals and whatnot. And yeah, I mean, there is always something to be concerned about, and I do appreciate it. Rest assured, everything is fine. I had been there a handful of times. I've never seen anything weird. I've never had any bad encounters. So, I'm fine. Thank you, though. But I do appreciate your concern. I do plan to go there again, because after doing a little bit of internet sleuthing and reading a book that I have that shows a lot of the minerals in the various areas, it names that quarry specifically, and it names, of course, calcite, I believe dolomite, and celestine, which would be nice to find, that sky blue crystal. So that would be really nice to find. So I definitely want to go back there again at some point and explore it. Now, when I was here yesterday, I found some nice little points, and a lot of this is, if we look, a lot of this is chert. There's a lot of shale here. Well, I think there's shale mixed in, but this is a lot of, clay, red clay. But a lot of this is quartz. And I found a spot that was like a quartz graveyard. I think it's down here, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's down here. Let's walk down this way. I could be wrong, but it was like just a bunch of quartz, and it looked like a vein had been broken, and that's why I likened it to a quartz graveyard. It could be up there, or I may have passed it. Let's see. Let's walk back up. No, that's not it. Anyway, yeah, I walked all around this, and it was a little bit later in the day, so I can't remember exactly where it was. But I'm on the hunt again for some quartz, and this particular area happens to be only about a mile from my house, and so the types of quartz are going to be like what I find near my house. A lot of them are going to be milky with maybe clear points to them, but initially they'll be milky quartz. Here is an example of what I'm talking about. You can see that, this right here. So, and this stuff is everywhere. It really is. So this is a pretty decent spot. I'm not going to lie. When I had my when I had my house put in, and they had to, dig up the yard to put in the field lines and whatnot, and the water line, electric, etc. Or not electric, but the water lines, the drain lines. When they put all that stuff in and poured the footing for the house and whatnot, my yard, for the most part, looked like this. And so for almost a year, I was able to walk through my yard and pick up little pieces of quartz, kind of like that, nothing big, just like that, right? And so you're probably thinking to yourself, well, how come you didn't just keep it like that and dig, continue to dig through your yard? Because my wife would have murdered me. Oh, look at this one. So this one's shining. It's this big quartz rock here, glistening in the sunlight. And this is this is a great example of what I would find in my yard, for example. Turned over. Oh man, I can't get that out of there. But like a piece like this, a chunk that came from a vein, So that's what you find. You find those veins that have been broken up and exposed, and from those veins you can find the clusters and points. So yeah, this a nice little area to hunt, and I'm gonna do a little hunting for a little bit, see what I can find. Through here, all the pieces that are kind of stuck up. It's like the mud pushed them up. It's really neat. Little tiny clusters. The problem is the clusters aren't flowered out. A lot of them, like what I find in my yard, they're kind of bunched together, but you can tell that they are a quartz cluster. But yeah, like this right here, I was talking about a quartz graveyard. Look at this, quartz, 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 all that, quartz. And it's all milky, but that's a vein that's been broken up. So there's a lot of veins around here. So it makes me wonder, what is exposed? What has been exposed? What can be exposed still? How long will this be like this before the grass grows, Or before they decide to finally do something with it. And it goes down there. Here's a piece of chert, it looks like. Possibly. Maybe. I don't know. Alright. Look at this little mess here. That's very typical of what I'll find in my yard. And, I mean, it's there. You can tell, the crystallization in the structure. But yeah, that's very typical. I find a lot of this around this area, but I have found, actual points and better formations, which I will take pictures of and show you at the end of this video once I get back to the house. But yeah, this is, again, neat. It's out of the way. Now, I don't know, to be fair, I do not know if this is public or private land. I don't know. There's no sign. There's no signage at all, not even of a construction crew that would work here. Here's some of that chert. So I'm just going to, be mindful. If somebody does come along and say, hey, you can't be here, then I'll respect that. But otherwise, I'm going to venture around a bit and see what I can find. Hopefully I can find some nice points like I did yesterday. Some of them were nice. They do need a little cleaning up. They are iron stained, but they are nice nonetheless. So I'll let you know what I find. Hopefully something. I don't want to come out here and necessarily leave empty-handed. So I'm looking for anything that's white, shiny, and or of course transparent or glistening in the sunlight. But I know I'm going to find a lot of white milky quartz, which aren't always too spectacular, but you can get good clusters out of them, good flowering clusters. Look at this one here. That was shining for me. Look at that. I can't tell. The sunlight is too bright. There we go. I think I got it in focus. So there's a nice cluster there, but it's not very, you know, not as appealing as some of the others are. Walk down that way a little bit. Look at this. This right here, look at this. So you have a big chunk here, another big chunk here, and just a broken vein. Broken points. So, I mean, the good news is, you know, whoever came and did the excavation for this area, they exposed a lot of it, but in the process, broke a lot of it. You know, understandable. It's not like they were doing it on purpose. Let's ruin these rock hounders' experiences. Ugh. No, they didn't do that. But, yeah, look at that one. Oh, okay. Look at, oh, wow, that is pretty. It's got a little smokiness there. Look at this. Okay, I'll get it in focus. Hopefully you can see that. I can't tell with the sunlight beating down on me. So you got somewhat of a point right there, some smokiness right there. That's pretty cool. That's neat. That might clean up. I'll put that in my pocket. That might be a cleanup. Sometimes they don't look like much until you clean them up and get all the mud and the iron stain out of them. And then they really pop. I mean, this stuff is just everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Loaded with quartz. And I would not be surprised if you were to continue to dig in some of these areas, if you wouldn't find, you know, a good pocket with some really good crystals in it. That would be awesome. I have yet to find anything bigger than, you know, that, but you never know. All right, let's continue down here. Down here, we have another vein that has been broken up. So this is a nice, sorry, I got to get in the camera. It's not a point, but it is a, call it a shaft. It's crystal structure. The points have been broken off, and looks like this is growing off of another crystal or a pocket. There's part of a terminated point right here, so this is where the point would be. Get that better into focus. I can't tell if that's focusing, folks. I'm sorry. So I'm trying to give it as much attention as I can for you all. So there's that. There's another one. There's a nice little point there. And then I have another one right here. It's broken, but you know, you can tell where it was growing. All in this little vein. And like I said, it's just everywhere. Everywhere, I tell you. Come on. Focus, darn you. Do I have to do this one? There we go. Maybe you'll come into focus there. Let's bring you back out. So, Nothing worth really keeping at the moment. But there are signs. There are signs of good fortune. Either way, it's fun. And it gives you clues on what to look for future reference. Alright, let's continue down. More broken pieces here. I don't know if you can see that glisten a little bit. I see something over here that might be a good point. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's a nice little point. A little tiny one, but it's nice. I'll take that. See if I can get you into view. It's very hard for me to see. I'm sorry. Let's see here. Bring this closer. There we go. Hopefully you can see that better. All right. So that will go in my pocket. Yeah, I mean, this is just a treasure trove of quartz. And I guarantee if I were to come here with some shovels, I could find even more. But yes, I will definitely, at the end of this video, I will have some pictures showcasing some of the ones I found yesterday. So what I don't find today, you'll have those. All right, let's continue on a little bit. It's like a mini canyon. Like a little mini canyon down there. All the rain runoff. So neat. Wondering if I go down there carefully. Let me take this one that I found, this big one. Remember that? If I wash it off. And I also wonder if there's been any crystals that have fallen down through here. Very interesting. See, ants, it looks like, yeah, ants have wandered down here, fell in there, and have drowned it. Cool. Wonder if I can dig anything out of there. Let's see here. Hard clay, soft mud. Yeah, it's just all it is soot and mud, clay. All right. Ooh, do we have something here? No. False alarm. All right. Let's hop out of the little canyon. Crystal, but no point. Now they're calling for rain, I think tomorrow. Even downpours. So Since I'm going downhill, that's uphill. Any rain that comes is going to be washing down, maybe even exposing more, which would be great. But at the same time, anything that I may have missed that would have been valuable, well, not valuable, but you know what I mean, would be washed down here. So it's a double-edged sword. But that's why if you go to Douglas Lake, where we find so-called Douglas diamonds, they always say to go after a good rain because it exposes a lot more, washes them up, and they glisten in the sun. Now yesterday when I came here, we did have a little bit of a rain, late the night before into the early morning, and so I don't know if that helped me see more than I'm seeing today, but I saw a lot more yesterday than I do today. So it could be, that could be the reason. So maybe if I can come here the next day after it rains, I might be able to see more. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of quartz deposit, don't get me wrong, but not a lot of points. Whereas yesterday I had, a good handful of terminated points. Of course, they were broken from different clusters and whatnot. They weren't double terminated, but still nice either way. Here's a nice piece. Somewhat. I don't know. Are you in camera? Okay, you're in camera. I think my camera's wanting to focus on the background, and I don't know why. And I can't tell if you're seeing that. Ah, shucks. That's what sucks about being in the sunlight. All right. Let's look a little bit more and then I'm going to call it. Tell you what, today would be a good day to go swimming. Sun's beating down. Definitely feels like summer, finally. But at least where I'm at. It's been pretty mild as far as the spring goes. Hasn't been too warm. Hell, the other day, Sunday? It was actually chilly outside. It was in the low 60s. So, yeah. Of course, there was overcast. But today would be a darn good day to go swimming. Oh, heck with this rock hounding stuff today. I want to go jump in the lake. So I'm going up this way here. I've noticed when I go downhill, I'm finding less and less. As I'm going back uphill, I'm starting to find more. So that's where the veins are definitely at. That's for sure. And that's to be expected, right? So, a lot of chunks up here. Now, if you're wondering, this is off a public road. That way, the road leads to a couple small businesses. That goes out to, one of the other side roads. So this is off a public road. It's not like off of a private drive or anything like that. That's why I don't feel as bad. I try to respect private property so long as I'm aware it's private property. If it's any kind of public access, well, then it should be open to the public, shouldn't it? Until posted otherwise. So, honestly, folks, it's a little warm. So I'm going to call it. I will come back here again. And what I'll do is I'll do shorts here on a day that I find better stuff, which is what I should have did yesterday. But other than that, I'm out. It's a little warm. And I'm going to head home. Peace out, folks. Thanks for watching. Alright, so before I do go, just a reminder, stick around. At the end of the video, I'll have a short other video with some pictures or something which might end up being a short anyway, of what I found yesterday. But before I do go, right after I said bye, I found this little guy. So this would be one of the find of the days. One of the finds of the day. God, I sound like the sheriff of Rottingham from Men in Tights. Oh my God, and I can't get you in focus. Anyway, there it is. There it is. Thanks for watching. I have a few crystals here that I found yesterday that I will showcase. As we can see, if I can get close enough, maybe not, I don't know. Let's do this one. There we go. I know the lighting sucks, I apologize. There's that. And here's one here, it's broken. There's a nice crystal structure there. Here's a nice cluster. And this is an example of one that really needs cleaned, and I'd really be interested to see what's hiding underneath all that. You can see that crystal right there in front. Let's see if I can back you back out. I can zoom that in if that'll help, I don't know. There we go. There we go. Now we can take a better look. So I would be interested to see what that looks like cleaned up. Probably in some iron out. This is a nice one. Nice little double pointed cluster. Again, a lot of iron staining in that one. This was a nice point. And again, all these were found in that area from this video. And let's see here. Where's the one? There's this one. This is a nice little cluster. This is a small cluster with some smaller points. Again, cleaned up, it would probably look better. Here's a point that had formed almost like a pancake. You can see how, if I turn it this way, it's kind of flat, so it's not fully faceted. And it's broken a little bit, but still nice. Here's another shot of the last one I found today. That was pretty good. I liked it. This was, I guess you could consider this one the find of the day. So again, nothing spectacular, but still nice to be able to find this stuff. Let's see here. I've got a few more. Here is that little tiny point that I found earlier. This turned out to be nice. Here's a small little clump. Hopefully you can make out the crystals. See that? There's the point. And that's about it for now, guys. Thanks for watching.